So lately in my personal circle of people, there has been a lot of discussion lately about churches that speak in tongues. And I think that this has been a very controversial topic for a long time, and as someone who didn't grow up in a Pentecostal church, I had to go and kind of do my own research on this in the Bible just to find out what it does say about this. So basically, we're in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. So first of all, it's confirming. So it says, if I speak in human or angelic tongues, but do not have love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal, right? So it does actually confirm that there is such thing as angelic tongues, that God, people might be blessed with that gift, right? But then it says here, on the other hand, so now we're in chapter 14, verses 3. On the other hand, the person who prophesies speaks to people for their strengthening, encouragement, and consolation. The person who speaks in another tongue builds himself up, but the one who prophesies builds the church, right? But then it also goes on to say, I wish all of you spoke in other tongues, but even more that you prophesied. The person who prophesies is greater than the person who speaks in tongues, unless he interprets, so that the church may be built up. So that is correct, that churches, if you are, in a Pentecostal church and someone is speaking in tongues, there needs to be someone there to interpret it, or the person who spoke in tongues needs to interpret it after they have done it, so that the church, it can build up the church and the church can have an understanding of this, But I think it was right of me to do my own research, because I remember the first time that I was exposed to a church that spoke in tongues. I was overseas. I was in Argentina, where my family are from, and I remember I totally freaked out. I walked out. I wasn't really sure how to react to it, or what was going on, because I had never had that kind of exposure before. But I think, the Bible definitely makes it clear that, if there is any speaking in tongues, it needs to be interpreted. And another thing that I have been noticing lately a lot about myself is that every time that I'm scrolling through TikTok or, watching any videos on YouTube, when certain videos show up, I all of a sudden start getting this tingly feeling down my spine, kind of as a warning sign, I should not be watching this. I definitely shouldn't. And then it confirms it, because as soon as I scroll up from that video or change it or shut it off, whatever I'm watching, the tingling automatically stops, And then another one that people talk about is the ringing in the ear. That has only happened to me a few times around certain situations that, got me really confused. I was like, really, God, this person, or, so really, guys, if you are in a church, and something like this happens, and then you do get that intuition from God, definitely speak up about it, or leave, find another church, because, and also, the Bible does say, to expose evil, not to, if you feel like you're in a church and you feel like something is off, definitely don't stay there. Go and find a church where you do feel like they are doing the right thing and they are following the Bible. So that's all that I wanted to say today, but may God bless you all, and I hope that you all had a good Christmas and New Year. So